Hello everybody and welcome to my railway room. I'm Shane Spitty and this is going to be hopefully the start of my YouTube channel where I am hoping to document my model railway progress. I'm a bit of a late starter as I already have a layout in focus and in place. However, I've never really previously had the confidence or experience to shoot videos, edit videos and then produce them ready for YouTube. Some of the guys that I look at and follow do an absolutely fantastic job of that. It's put me off a little bit, but I'm going to bite the bullet. I'm going to put a full out confession there right now. I am by no means an expert and this camera shooting will probably be a bloopers for what you don't do. However, it's all part of the journey, it's all part of the learning process, and hopefully over time with a lot of things in this hobby things will only get better. My gauge is 00 gauge. It always has been. I've always had a love of model railways right from a young child. I believe when I think it was 7, got my first train set at Christmas, the Hornby. So I'm 32 in May, this May come in, so it was the Hornby Intercity 125 train set. And the following year I got a Eurostar train set. So that's what started it, and having the oval tracks running around the front room. So I had that as a child. As I got older they've spent a lot of time in the loft, and now into adult life I have rediscovered the hobby and have got a more permanent layout. When I first rediscovered the hobby I started back in the living room on the dining room table, running over the track round just like my childhood days, but I've now got a fully put down layout. My current layout I've had now for just over a year, and when it was built you've got to understand that it was built with the purpose that it was a case of I just want track and trains. I didn't have any thoughts of scenics because I live in rented accommodation and obviously I could be told to move at any given time. So there's a few reasons for not scenic in it. One was the time frame. Second one was obviously the insecurity of being in rented accommodation. I didn't want to spend a lot of money and time and effort doing scenic work, which ultimately could have to be ripped up and destroyed at a certain time if I had to vacate the house. So that's the reason why. And then there was also a period of, although in my very early 30s, there was the child of me that come out that wanted track and trains and wanted to play. So that's a combination of reasons why this is purely a track and train layout currently. However, at the end of this video I will let you know another part of the reason why I'm establishing the channel now is because I have decided that I want to start venturing into the scenic side. I want to go on record because what's inspired me, as I said a little bit earlier, is the number of railway YouTube creators that are out there now. There is quite a good model railway community, and it is absolutely brilliant that it's so easy nowadays for people to access this. And I've watched loads and loads and loads of different people, but there is a particular few channels I'm just going to give a shout out to because I believe they're the ones that have truly captured my interest, made me want to dip my toe in the water of establishing a YouTube channel, and also given me the confidence and experience to give it a go, both being with a YouTube channel and the model railway itself. So the first one is Dave at Dean Park Station, second one is Richard from Everard Junction, third is Graham from Lakeside, fourth Charlie from Chadwick Model Railway, fifth Richard from New Junction, and sixth is Paul from Sandling Junction. I've said numbers, there's no particular order, but you guys are the channels that I spend the vast majority of my time watching, learning, gaining experience, and eagerly anticipating and waiting your next releases. So I really want to thank you, because it's you guys in particular that have made your channels, and I believe you make them in a way where you document your progress, you talk through your progress, you show people the ways of how to, so people like myself can actually start to have the confidence to try it. So really big thanks, shout out and respect to you for the channels that you do, the effort that you put in, and the content that you produce, because it is absolutely fantastic. In terms of my layout, I'm not running to a particular era or theme, or in the new plans where I'm planning to do scenic stuff. Again, I'm not particularly looking at a scenic area, a period in time with the scenic stuff. If you was to put a period in time on it, it'd probably be towards the back end of the steam days, so somewhere to the mid to late 60s maybe, just as steam was phasing out and obviously diesel traction was coming in. On my fleet, I don't run to a particular era like some people. If I like it, I get it, and it runs on the layout because that's what I want. So obviously you will see some odd combinations at times on my layout. It's a case of the stuff that I've accumulated. As we all know, it's an expensive hobby and pastime, as my wife keeps reminding me. So it's a combination of stuff that I've managed to build up and establish, but also the fact that I like it. My own personal background though, being born in Kent and spending the vast majority of my life in the southeast and southwest, I'm mainly a southern region person, but obviously I have fancies in other areas as well. So you might see a slightly more southern domineering theme if there was one to be there. The reason for the expansion is, like I say, I'm in my railway room that I've got currently is the box room in the house, and it doubles up as my little office, or the man cave, and it's about 6 foot wide by about 8 foot long, so it's not a lot of space, so you can see where the railway's been fitted into. Bear with me as I'm just going to stand up so I can give the camera a twirl round and show you around the layout currently, and I apologise for any bad camera work from this moment on. So currently, as you'll be able to see, we start at the beginning of where the station that I've got currently is. So we start here at the station throat, it comes round. There is actually 4 platforms now, because I've added this bay one where you've got the class 31 and the class 20. There is actually a third one at the back there where you see that little line running off to that's actually more storage for the diesel fleet. And like with a lot of things with this layout, because I was in such a desperate hurry to get things done, there's a lot of things that have just been put down and added on afterwards, and that's part of what's led to my frustrations and leading to wanting to make a change. As you come down to the bottom end here, you've got the junction where you've got the A4 sitting on the point, but this then starts to lead to the turntable, more engine storage, a bit of a mixture here between the steamers and diesels. and then obviously this bit here would lead to the engine shed, and then as you see here, the current running road round, all I've got currently is a loop. So crossover junction there on my bridge, and then as you come round my current storage area where I've got 3 roads of sidings for stock that's not being used, coaching stock, wagons. I've parked a couple of engines in there from the latest running session, and as you can see, it just goes round. So the actual running circle is just basically a loop, and again, that's part of the reason why I'm looking at changing, because obviously as we come back round to where we started, as you can see, it is literally just a round and round layout at the moment, so I want a little bit more functionality. Now the plans for the potential of the increase is going to be that I'm going to potentially go up a level from here and have a second higher level, which, you know, this would probably be some sort of country station which would be scenic. I've already built the baseboards for this. I've just got to now start doing some tinkering. So part of this introductory video was to want to show you what currently is in place, and then there's a second one again to marry up with where the join is in the current boards. Another one will come across the top here. So that's what's in the thought process. My idea is that I want a station, probably just a 2 platform sort of country station. It'd be an end of line with a head shunt and potentially some sort of goods area, goods yard, so that a little bit of shunting and other activities can pursue and take place. But I am considering what other potential elements that I can bring to it, so it's very much in the planning stage at the moment. I think that's probably going to be about enough for this video. Thank you very much for your time and your patience, and I will look forward, sorry for making you all feel really sick, but I look forward to obviously seeing you again soon, hopefully. Thanks very much, and I hope you will enjoy the channel and the journey that I'm about to establish and go on. Thanks for your time. Please like, please subscribe, and I hope to see you again soon. Many thanks. Take care for now. Bye.